Alayzah, in terms of playing the point guard position that you do, and also you mentioned you did play a little shooting guard, but you're mostly a point guard position. Concept wise, is it the passing? Is it the shooting? Is it the ball handling? What concept do you think is your favorite of playing the point guard position and growing into the way you play the point guard position?
Shooting and passing is really my thing. I honestly love to pass and like to add like a little flick to it if that makes sense. But I love to do all kinds of tricks and to make the passes and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to do everything else, but mainly shooting and passing is my thing.
As you guys know, we are talking to high school basketball prospect Alayzah Foster. Alayzah, how the heck do you have 38,000 people following you on Instagram? Are you doing something that I don't know? What are you doing?
It started when I was in the 7th grade. I really wasn't, that's when I started Instagram. I really wasn't getting that many, looks at and followers and stuff. And then, one of my coaches came to me and was like, you should play AAU with us. And then they, traveled literally everywhere. So that was, my first time playing AAU. So I was like, okay. And then, we traveled everywhere and did all that. And I started meeting a lot of new people. And people started asking, for pictures after the game. And I was like, pictures? Wait, what? In Arkansas, that's, weird if you, come up to somebody from Arkansas and ask for a picture. Because, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to think that you're playing with them. So, trying to crack a joke or something. So I was like, I looked at my coach. I was like, is he, cracking jokes or what? And then my coach was like, no, he's asking for a picture. Take a picture with him. I was like, oh, well, okay. And then, after that, it just started, blowing up off of that.
What is, if you were to pick one play, one highlight reel type play that you've done in your 2 years so far in high school, what would it be? Describe it to us in the best detail.
Let's see. Well, I mean, that highlight on my Instagram, that's the second best. Cause that was the first highlight I had since I transferred from my other school.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually liked it. And I asked one of my cousin, he does video edits and stuff like that. I asked him to come and video record, and he was like, yeah, okay. And then that was the first game that I played there, and we won that game, and it was crazy. It was crazy. After that game, a whole lot of people started asking for pictures and stuff, and I was like, okay, I got to start getting used to this because to me, this is weird. That's something I can't handle because I'm going to start laughing because I'm thinking you're joking or something. But that's the second best highlight. I can't remember my first best highlight because I think it was in 7th grade, but I don't think I have it. But that was when I was out of town in New Orleans and we played against this team and they had this 6'4", 6'5" foot girl. And I was going up against, and it was crazy.
Alayzah, I see the number 23 appears on the top of your name on Instagram. So have you been watching The Last Dance? And if you have, I know you're a young kid, and I know a lot of you millennials don't know who Michael Jordan. You know who Michael Jordan is because you watch clips of him. But I don't think you realize how great he really was and how special he was as an athlete. When you watch The Last Dance, and I'm sure you're watching it because everybody and their mother is watching this right now, have you looked at him differently after getting to know him as a player from the 1998 Chicago Bulls?
I mean, a lot of people, in my opinion, from me asking a lot of people, was Michael Jordan good to them? They would say oh, well, he wouldn't make it in this type of era. And I'm thinking okay, in their type of era, that was a whole different, a whole different competition from what it is in this type of era today. So in my opinion, Michael Jordan is the best. You know how everybody say he is the best, but in my opinion, he really is because I really take the time to watch his clips and stuff and all of what he does. And that seemed like a hard work, actually hard work. And people say LeBron would make it in his era or he would make it in this era. That's just their opinion. I don't, it's just two different type of eras in my opinion. So I don't think they would make it in each other eras, if that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying, but I will tell you this. If Michael Jordan played in today's game, he would be the most dominant force on the basketball court. And whoever told you that Michael Jordan wouldn't make it in this era, I'm sorry. Just tell them they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Because I'll tell you this, and I watch basketball religiously, and I was a hockey player, and I love all sports. But basketball was my love. I watched the Knicks get tortured by the Chicago Bulls. Completely tortured by the Chicago Bulls in the late 80s and early 90s, and I couldn't stand Michael Jordan. But I will tell you this, the way the game was played in the 90s defensively, where you can practically toss somebody all over the crowds and stuff like that, and not even... You couldn't even put a hand on... I mean, you couldn't even... now you can't even put a hand on somebody or you're going to the line. Michael Jordan would be averaging between 40 and 45 points a game in the NBA now, and he'd go to the line every single time, the way the players and the way that the referees are calling foul after foul after foul. So whoever's telling you that Michael Jordan couldn't play in his... Now, LeBron James, he could have played in the 90s. He absolutely could. His body is NBA... His body is the guy is built like an ox. He's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. But the way they played in the 90s by tossing people around and people landing on their faces. Shaquille O'Neal, you asked Shaquille O'Neal, and I actually interviewed Shaquille O'Neal years ago. And Shaquille O'Neal will tell you, playing in the time of the 2000 era from 2004 on and playing in the time in the early 90s, it was light years different. But Shaquille O'Neal says, my career lasted longer because I played in the 2000 era when the game changed from the time that he was playing when he was drafted. So my opinion is LeBron James's career, he wouldn't even be 34, 35 and playing in the league anymore if he played in the time of Michael Jordan. I just don't know if he can handle the beatdown, with his body and the way his body torques and the way he jumps and the way he's so athletic. I don't think LeBron James would have had as long a career playing in this time than that time.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking, because I was like, when somebody told me that, I was like, you see how they be tossing people around back then? Michael Jordan would be able to handle that. And then now, yes, the refs call every foul and every touch or every slap that they hear, or even if they don't see a foul and it's a foul, Michael Jordan would still be the best in this type of era.
Absolutely. Absolutely, not even a question. And anybody that told you, Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete to ever play in professional sports. And that's coming from a guy that's 38 years old. I might not look it, but I watched a lot of great players in a lot of great sports. Boxing, hockey, football, baseball, tennis. I've seen them all. Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete I've ever seen play with these eyes, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you think, now that we're comparing these, if LeBron played in this era, if Michael Jordan played in this era, do you think either their one, body types would be different, and two, skill sets would be different if they played in this era? Would they grow into different things and be not necessarily less dominant or more dominant type of players, but different types of players than what they were in their times?
I think they would be two different type of players, simply because it's like about how you're brought up in the game and how you watch everybody else, and it all depends on you. So if they're brought up in two different type of eras, they're going to act different.
As you guys know, we are talking to high school basketball prospect, the great Alayzah Foster. Again,
there you go, 3 in a row.
3 in a row, man. 3 in a row. What do I win, Speedy? Are you giving me something after this? Am I going to get some money from you? Are you going to buy me some dinner?
Maybe.
You're going to buy me dinner tonight?
I'll consider it.
You're going to consider buying me... Alayzah, are you listening to this guy? If he doesn't buy me dinner, I'm calling you up and I'm telling you that he didn't buy me dinner. Okay? Because I deserve it. I mean,
okay.
I deserve it. I deserve a nice dinner. Speedy, it better not be Burger King, okay? I don't want no Burger King.
He deserves it.
I do deserve it. I'm tired, I'm tired, and I'm doing a radio show with Speedy Petey. I mean, seriously. Anyways, before we let you go, and to me, and I want to get back to the Kobe Bryant thing, and I know I wasn't a big Kobe Bryant fan growing up. I really wasn't. A lot of people say, well, you know why you talk bad about Kobe Bryant is because you never liked him. I will tell you this. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the greatness of Kobe Bryant. I do. And I know how great he was. He's one of the top 20 players to ever play this game, and he will always be that. Looking at Kobe Bryant and everything that's happened to Kobe Bryant and Gianna, is this push you further as an athlete to go further in your career as a basketball player, to live their legacy on?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it's pushing all the rest of the athletes to become better, because as I look on social media, and like, I don't think you know, but the CBG games,
yes,
they said that they're gonna go harder to carry his legacy on, especially Jada Williams.
Mm-hmm.
She even got on a TV show and said she's gonna push harder for him. And it's not just me, but I think it's pushing everybody else harder to carry both of their legacy on.
Another aspect of this is the pressure of the LA teams in order to maybe win it for Kobe, kind of thing, both for the Lakers and for the Clippers, who both had to play in the Staples Center, both dealt with it. Paul George, guys like that, grew up big fans of Kobe. Do you think there's extra added pressure to that, or do you think it's actually something that's going to inspire them more to try to win it?
I think it's going to inspire them more to try to win it, try to bring it home for him, just to make him happy. Making everyone happy, but mainly him.
Alayzah, how's your mom doing?
She's doing great. She was just in here a couple of minutes ago, and she left. She was trying to talk to me. I was like, no, you got to go.
Get mom on here. Get mom on here. I want to talk to mom. Put mom on the phone. I want to talk to mom.
Okay, hold on.
Put her on. I want to talk to
Let
mom.
me get her right quick.
I would love to talk to mom. Wouldn't you, Speedy?
We'll see.
Mom, they want to talk. Hold on, I'm taking my AirPods out.
There you go. I just like to say hello to the great mom.
Okay. Okay, she's here.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. How are you doing? Mom, are you there?
You there?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I
Okay.
think...
Hello?
There he is. Mom, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I heard you were a great athlete growing up.
Yes, I was pretty good.
Yes, you were pretty good. And your daughter, I'll tell you, you have a sensational daughter who you could tell that she's got not only flair, but she's got that thing that really drives you to be a great athlete. And I think she's a sensational athlete.
She really does. Yes, I agree 100%. I have coached, I've played, I've coached, I've watched, and I saw her develop from playing as a little girl till now, and it's just amazing. And she does. She's a good listener. She listens, and she pretty much does what she's told to do. So I am very proud of her. I told her she was looking like her mother.
Well, I don't want to look like my father, that's for sure.
Yes, I told her on the court. I told her she was looking like her mother on the court.
Well, you want to know something? You have a sensational daughter, and I really appreciate you both joining us on the show. Alayzah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell the fans how they can find you on Instagram since you have 38,000 followers? She does. She's got more followers than me. Alayzah, you're going to have to start swinging them to our side, okay? And you have to follow us. You got to be a fan of us now. So
I got y'all.
you got me. We need it. We need more and more. So you make sure you tell every single person in Arkansas to watch and follow Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
All 20 MMA guys, too.
I got you guys.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining us. You were great, and looking forward to watching you grow, and we'll definitely get you on again.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.